About 10 years ago, he put all of our resources to one. That's why debt is so worse than ever. And don't forget that's the tax cut.
Will you stop complaining and start eating?
I will do as I please. Now let me teach you something about tax. He's implemented all of these tax cuts, 3 to be exact. Absolutely not. Taxes do mean that we pay less money for federal programs. Now where does that money come from? The U.S. ends up borrowing money from other countries and our deficit and dependence upon these countries grows. The government is letting the deficit grow, or at least has no idea how to stop it. Those government bastards, they stepped in too late to prevent this economic downfall. So you grow one of these, then you can talk to me that way. Ooh wee, that's some good soda, guys. The economy has gotten so bad, it has even affected your ex-boyfriend.
He is not my ex, he is still my one true lover.
Go to your room, now.
I will! I hate you, Dad!
Hate you too. Shh. You know not to talk to me like that in my house. I pay the bills.
Would you not be quiet already?
So, honey, how was school for you?
I'm freaking out right now because I might not get to the college I want to.
And why is that? You're a smart girl.
My GPA is only 3.3. That's not enough for the college. The budget cut are causing the university to cut back on how many people they can accept.
Oh, it's okay, baby. I know you're Kevin. You're very smart.
She ain't gon' tie me down.
So angry.
She ain't gon' tie me down. She ain't gon' tie me down. Why you on the road? Got it on the shirts, all the hats, all the clothes. What you want right now? What up right now? I think you need to close your mouth, cause you ain't gon' tie me down. Tie me down, tie me down. You ain't gon' tie me.
Megan? Megan? Megan, are you sleeping, baby? Megan? Bob! Where's Megan?
What?
Where did she go?
That insolent child. She probably left with Marcelo.
Please, sir, $1.
I have no time for this. I'm looking for my daughter.
Please, find it in your heart to spare $1. I was once rich as you.
Is that so? What happened to you?
I used to work for a successful industry, but then I got laid off because the company outsourced jobs to other countries because the labor is cheap there. I hate globalization. It sends jobs that Americans need to other places and kills our economy.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Everyone's jobs probably must have been sent to India or China.
Out of battery. Marcelo! Marcelo!
Megan, what are you doing here?
I ran away from home. Let's run away together, Marcelo.
What? Wait a second. Let me come down so we can talk. Come here. Let's talk to you. Listen, I think you should go home right now. I have to take care of my own mother, and I'm just depending on the guys to play for your rich friends.
Don't say that. My father accepted you before your father got bankrupt and passed away, leaving you with debts to pay.
How can I support you when I can barely support myself? I promise. Once I succeed and get into the college I want, I'll come back for you. Hey, there you are. What did I tell you about seeing that boy?
No, Dad. Marcelo, I'll come back to you.
What did I say about seeing you?
No, Dad, you don't understand anything. Our love is so strong that you cannot break us apart.
You listen to me, young lady. I said never want to see you talking or meeting up with that commoner again. You hear me?
I
hate you, Dad!
So today we'll have a discussion about what you guys think is the problem with the economy. But then later tonight for homework, I want you guys to research what really is the problem with the economy, because there's more to the story than what people usually know. And then tomorrow I'll tell you guys what really happened.
Okay, it all started in the U.S. In the beginning, banks and other lenders were doing well. Interest rates were low and cheap loans were available. They lent money and took on debts with no worry. They were doing so well that they had more money than the customers wanted to borrow, so they looked for new markets to lend to. They found the subprime market. Subprime means people on lower income, people who have never borrowed money before, and people with poor credit history. In short, unreliable borrowers. So the bank started lending money to these new risky borrowers. Many of them bought houses, and the bank took on a new subprime debt. The lenders also bundled some of their debt and sold it on to other banks and investors around the world. They said the debt was sold mortgage-backed security, and it seemed like a good idea at the time because they thought house prices would always rise. Then things started to change. And the housing market called interest rates started to rise, and cheap loan deals disappeared. This meant people started to default on their mortgage payments. Investors started to wake up to the risk. The party was over. People with subprime mortgages faced negative equity. This meant that the lenders can no longer guarantee that their loans will be paid back. The banks and other lenders had to write off in billions from their balance sheet. The cost of borrowing went up and lending became scarce, and so this made it difficult for money to flow around the world. And that was the credit crunch.
Hey, so do any of you have any questions?
God, when this class over?
Okay, today you'll be debating this topic, who or what is to blame for the current state of the economy. So remember, this is for participation points, so just give your ideas.
Isn't the government basically responsible for everything? Well, George Bush focused all our country's money on the war in the Middle East instead of here.
I agree with Tracy. In the history of our nations, our country's deficit has increased whenever we've had a war. It was the highest during World War II era, and now it has increased again because of war overseas. Like credit card companies, right? They're pretty much stealing money out of people's pockets. Like nowadays, aren't you charged an extra $25 fee if you only pay the minimum? That totals out to about $300 a year. It's like credit companies are literally trying to steal money from the poor.
Oh, but he's not the only person to blame. Businesses are responsible too.
Yeah, but people are the ones who use credit cards in the first place. It's really all America's fault because our country is pretty much getting addicted to debt. Like, we are spending without having actual money to back up our purchases. Americans are too easily convinced to buy things even when they're not necessary.
Okay, class dismissed.
Miss Dover, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, what did you have in mind?
What's going on in our economy today?
Oh, I didn't know you'd be interested in this kind of matter, Marcelo.
I never thought how to deal with this kind of recession, but after my dad got bankrupt and passed away, everything got shattered. I had to take his place to take care of my mom.
Well, first of all, our economy is in bad shape, but the government is trying to pull our country out of one of its worst recessions ever. The government is giving out many stimulus checks to help out families.
Really? I didn't know that.
Did you know that small businesses can make a huge profit by lowering their prices? It attracts more customers to buy their goods. Also, if you want customers to buy more, give them what they think is a good deal. For example, buy one, get one free. Customers love to hear the word free.
I'll keep that in mind, Miss Dover. I gotta go now. Thanks, sis. Hey, Mom.
Hey, honey. Fetch me the pink nail polish.
Here you go.